Hello, Minecrafters, and welcome to episode 43 of our Let's Play Infinity. And last episode, were working on our applied energistics in the specific area of autocrafting. And we've got our little terminal here, and then access to all of our molecular assemblers. And I realized something. This is not a good setup because I end up, jumping around and all that. So kind of need it on one area. So I thought I would move that today. And I'm gonna floor mount a couple of these. So one of the things I wanted to start off with is the cable anchor. And if you're not very familiar with these, what these basically allow you to do, if I can get in the right place, is you can put these where you don't want something to attach. You can see where I had put them there last episode. Kind of works like the quartz fiber, except power doesn't go through these. So I want to bring that over there because what I want to do is I want to bring some smart cable over here. And that means I'm going to need them there too. Because I don't want this to connect with the white. And I could color this different, but I'm still holding off on that for all I'm worth. So that's the way I want this run. So that what I can do is I can pull that, and I can pull that, and swap those into place. And I guess I'll put the pattern terminal there and the interface there. Could I put it a little more crooked? That's not what I want. I'm gonna, but not yet. Interface terminal. Okay. Now let's try this one again because I think it's turned sideways too. Okay. Now, shoot. Alright, let's pick them both back up. Because I forgot to put my facades down. I have found it's a lot easier to put the facade down and then put these. Not that, that, and that. Okay. And I was going to do what? Pattern terminal here and interface there, and the thing I'm going to put between them, no, actually I think I'm going to put that up there, is the import bus. And I'm going to add my acceleration cards, and I can go ahead and put my blank patterns. Oh, I thought I could shift click them in there. I guess not. I did make it so I could craft these though. I don't even know if I have all this stuff to do it. Yeah, it looks like it. All right, I can switch it. Ta-da! Nice and quick. All right, and then that should show all that. Now, what this is for is all of these. All this stuff has to be put into our system. And I have still got to figure out what I'm going to do about this. Because, yeah, I've got a Java item over here. Yep. See, if you notice there, this is actually linked to another one. And that's actually what I am using to feed my mana generation for Britannia. So I don't want to lose the capability of that, so I have to keep an eye on it until I get an export bus set up for that. But basically what I want to be able to do is, where did I just put, oh, I put it back. I don't want to do that. I want it down. So what I want to be able to do is get all of this stuff into the AE system. So I can pick that up and I can drop it there. and we can see the numbers going down. And if I look up gold, we can see these numbers quickly going up. And so now I can, well, it's actually quicker than I thought it would be. So this is something that I can do, you know, when I'm working on other things. Just kind of randomly grab one of these and stick it on there. Probably other ways to do this, but this is a way that, you know, I can leave it like it is. And we're still using, see, 6 channels? Yeah, 6 channels. I'm used to reading it on the cable. I'm not used to it showing up on Wayla. So I'm still counting the little bars on it. So that was one of the things that I wanted to do this episode. And the next one, we're going to have to travel just a little bit here. Up, and away. Yeah, I think that's about the right direction. Might need to be a little higher. But there's something that I have that is set up out here that I actually shut down for quite a while because we were working on our sorting system and trying to get it all squared away. And I did not want this running while my sorting system was down. And that is our, can't remember how much, there it is. Yeah, our mine. So you can see here where we dug before. And I'm wanting to turn this back on. But there's something I want to do. And this is something I wasn't ever able to do on the Direwolf 20 series that I did. Because I just didn't have the power to do it. I'm wanting to see what this thing does speed 3. So that is one of the things that I wanted to do on this episode, is upgrade our speed 2 to speed 3 and see just how fast this thing is. And see if our current setup will even keep up with it. I did, between episodes, I did go back in. Oh, it's dirt on top of the mine over there. Yeah, me and my ADD is kicking in and see something. Gotta go check it out. But anyways, I forgot what I was saying. Lovely. Oh, good grief. Brain is gone. Okay, so I wanted to get this upgraded. Wanted to see just how fast this will run. So let's see. We're going to need stack upgrades. 1, 2 of those. And a couple of diamond pickaxes. 1, 2 of those. And I think I already have the books in here. Yep, the enchanting books. So I've got that. Let's see. How much experience do I need? Let's put it in the right order and we'll find out. So I need 8. Guess I can do 10 and then subtract 2. Alright, put that there and that there. And then we'll do the same thing all over again. The book and pickaxe. And that should be all we need to get our Ender Quarry Speed 3 upgrade. Power drain ×2. Now, originally I thought that it was going to be twice the power. No. What it ends up being is it takes twice the power to break a block. And it's faster. So depending on what you're hitting, you know, obsidian or diamond, or, well, I guess diamond not really, because in the ore form it really doesn't take that much more, but if you hit obsidian, it's going to take a lot of power. But I think we can afford the power now. So what I wanted to do today is turn this thing on and see just what this thing does. If I can figure out where it's digging at, I guess I better make sure it's digging. Yeah, I'd say that is digging. It's definitely not slouching right now. Alright, so this is how fast it is digging from 256 down to 0. Alright, where's it at now? Probably over here under, oh, there it is. So, yeah, I'd say that's fairly quick. I think I like it. I like how it respawns flowers. That's pretty cool. It's one of the first times I've ever run this in the desert, so I had forgotten it would do that. But yeah, so now we have our quarry running again. And I just might be thinking about building another one to put, oh, I don't know, somewhere else. But that won't be this episode. Because right now I want to go back to the house and see how we're doing on bringing all those materials in. And also need to double check on this up here, because earlier I had not realized that in changing of the sorting system and all that stuff, I had actually cut off my import from that chest, and so it was full and hadn't been running for quite a while. Luckily I had fuel for the reactor already kind of saved up, and didn't run out, but it wasn't producing. So 3,600, 2,300, 7,000. Looks like we're doing better now. Okay, so I'll just have to keep an eye on that, make sure all that's running correctly. One other thing I did add was where I used to have everything going to barrels and the DSUs and all that stuff, is now once everything sorts through and is processed, the end result goes here. As you can see, different things that have been processed. We've got ore, or not ores, but our ingots, things like that. Should have some backstock up here of things that will run through. I've actually got one of these set up so it grinds. Let's see, yeah, that's the one that grinds the sandstone, so I need to see what else it grinds. And I don't need all this stuff up here anymore. Alright, which one? That one. So what else does he do? Sulfur, steel, shiny ore. Yeah, those aren't real popular. I mean, the sulfur ore is, but I'm not really worried about that one. It can back up. The steel ore and the shiny ore. I like the shiny ore, but not too worried about that because we won't get that much of it. My concern is I don't want something behind this that we're going to get a lot of, because that will back it up. And I may end up needing another box or buffer to catch some of the sandstone. Redstone might be a little bit slow, because I think I smelt it. Oh, what was the process I run that through? Got to get my brain back into this mode. Alright. Where does my redstone go? Because I know there was something I did with it. There we go. I smelt the redstone because I want the secondary off of the redstone, which is the cinnabar. because then I can use the cinnabarb there, or here, and use the induction smelter with, what is it? Oh, mercy. Alright, we have a backup. We're not pulling out of this fast enough. That one, yep. And well, that's interesting. Because with that on there, I would have thought it would keep up with this. Hold on just a minute, because I've got something that doesn't look quite right here, and but give me just a minute. And ferrous ore was the one I was trying to think of, because once it goes through the filter and does everything else right, it'll go here, and it'll make me shiny ingots. That's why I'm not too worried about the shiny ingot ore. But yeah, hold on just a minute. Let me find out why this is getting backed up. Because with the speed upgrades I've got on this, it shouldn't be. So hold on just a minute. Well, the only thing I can figure is the quarry is just running that fast. So the good thing about it is it won't explode or blow up or anything like that, because it will only run so fast. So I'm gonna let this back up, because that'll actually stop the quarry. And this I'm going to move. Alright, let me organize this just a bit. Oh shoot. Keep on hitting the wrong things. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to take this out. And I need to remember insert on black, extract on blue. And then I want to take this. And these are really handy little items. Now I want to pick that up from there and stick it up here. So now that needs to be, let's see, what was that? Extract on blue and insert on black. Is that right? Insert on black, because that's out on black and on black. Okay. And put that there on the insert, so it only inserts these. And I don't think I had a priority on it. Okay. And as you can see, it's getting quiet because now this is backed up, and that backs that up, and so then nothing goes over there. So I think I've got all this right. So now what I want to do is put you there, and I want this to extract on black. Yeah. Yeah, I should have right clicked. Alright. And we're going to put that there. So I'm going to turn this one on. I'm going to turn that one back on. And we're going to see if this will catch back up now. Because there is a lot of stuff going to this chest. Because one thing you may not realize is, first of all, it's got everything from the quarry going in, which is coming from this chest here. Then it has something backed up. Did that one? Nope. Alright, well, I'll check it in a minute. But then you've got, okay, so you've got everything coming in from red. But what else you have is everything that comes out of all of these machines in the processing goes back into that chest as well. Alright, so now that has caught up to it. And let's see what this is doing, because this is what actually goes into our AE system. So am I really not getting... Well, there's stuff to process. So where is it? Okay, it's going up here. Oh, right. Gotta open that back up. There we go. Look at all that iron ore that I've already got backed up. Mercy. That's gonna take a while to work through. See, this, the pulverizer, does our redstone, and every once in a while you'll see the cinnabar drop out. Right there. So then that cinnabar, that's where it couldn't keep up earlier, I guess. Alright, that cinnabar goes into this chest, or that barrel. Then any ferrous comes in over here and will be processed into ferrous and shiny. So see, like I said, this is the catch-all chest. So it comes in as an ore, then it goes out to the pulverizer. Then it comes back in here as dust and powders, and goes back out to our smelting. Then comes back in as an ingot and goes over there. So that is the processing method. So this right here, this chest, gets a lot of traffic. So it looks like we've got that taken care of with 2 sets of item conduits with a 15 upgrade and a 14 upgrade. But as you can see, that is smoking fast right now. So I like it. And we got stuffs. We got bunches of stuffs. Hey, we actually got one that filled up type and bytes. That's cool. Finally. And we have stuffs going into here. And let's see what we got down here. That's right, I don't have iron running right now because that one's doing redstone. One thing I did want to do is check some of my empties and make sure nothing is able to bypass my storage bus. I've got those set at -5,000 just to try and make sure nothing goes into them. Because what I'll do is, as I get more things, I'll come over here. Well, actually, let me show you this. What I'll do is I'll come down here and I'll cut off all of these. I'll cut them off from my system. And the reason I want to do that is because then I'll come over here and sort everything by numbers. So my highest numbers that are not in DSUs already, I can pull out and send it to that. But we'll go over how to do that in an episode later. And why are you backed up? Okay, so you're going out on red. But yep, you're backed up. Actually, let me go ahead and grab some of this out so it'll pick that up. So you're going out on red, coming over here, should be going into here. But for some reason you're not. I didn't cut off the extraction on that one, did I? actually I need to break this one. No, that one's right. And yeah, it's got the blue band going there, the green band going up. Extract on red. Insert on red. I don't know. Wait a minute. You're not inserting on red. There we go. Now that looks a little better. So did it clear this over here? Nope, still hasn't fixed that. Well, that is something I'll have to troubleshoot and figure out. Because that does need to work. Do I still have... Okay, that was coming across the top line. That's why. So I broke that connection. Alright, so let's take care of this real quick. And we'll snap that down there. Because that means none of the stuff's going to come over here either. Alright, now I can just put that here. Yeah, I think it goes down there and up. So I believe this should fix it. Yep, I hear stuff getting plunked in there now. Alright, so now we are extracting out of here, so that'll catch up here shortly. Alright, well, crisis evaded. And I need to get out of here with my magnet. Because, strangely enough, that magnet apparently pulls stuff through glass. Which is why a lot of times you'll see that in my bag. Because it means I've been over here doing something with this. So, all of that's back up and running. And I believe that's going to just about do it for this episode. Now we know how fast a speed 3 quarry runs. And that's it right there. Nice. And we're now keeping up with all kinds of stuff. And then that, that sandstone's gonna be a problem. Yep, I'm gonna have to do something about that. But I can take care of that after I sign off. Wow, these are really just moving right on along. We're going to have a full system here before long. But if you'll notice, there's really not that much going into here because so much of my bulk stuff is going into the DSUs. They're expensive to make, I grant you that, but you can see all the stone coming in, bunch of ingots, iron. Hey, our iron's smelting now. Sweet. Alright, well I think that will do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of a little bit chaotic, I think. Seemed it to me, but hey, most of my life seems a bit chaotic. But yeah, so we got our level 3 or speed 3 done out there. Let me check on this real quick. My biggest concern is I want to make sure that we are producing as much, or maybe a little more, uranium and yellorium than we're burning. And I think now that I've got the clog that was at the mining laser taken care of, I think we're back on track with this. That's getting a little bit backed up, but that's not too big of a problem, because this is just when things come in from the mining laser, anything that isn't uranium or yellorium gets kicked over to here. So worst case scenario is this might get backed up if it doesn't have anywhere to go over here. But other than that, I think we should be good. We are definitely getting materials in quickly. So yeah, I think that'll do it for this one. That one's full on items, but it's still got stuff coming in. Kind of like watching this just to see the kind of stuff I'm getting. What's really interesting is whenever you see like fences and railroad tracks and stuff like that coming in. Say fences. Tracks. Okay. It's not rail tracks, it's just track. Things like that. That means that there was an abandoned mine shaft. Alright. Well, I believe that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure to click like down below. If you have any questions, any comments you want to make, if there's anything particular you want to see automated, be it with applied energistics or something else, make sure to leave a comment about that down below as well. We'll see what we can do. Unless I get something in the comments, we'll probably I think what I might do is make a couple of these machines extra and get them set up. I'm not really sure. See, the biggest issue I have is majority of the automating I do as I need it. So unless I get any requests, we may move on to a different mod from Applied Energistics until I have need for automating something, and then we'll move on further with that. At some point I do need to change this around a little bit, because this will eventually go out here somewhere, or over there, or wherever. It won't be back here on the back of this hallway. However, since I do have some people that like to nag me about stuff and don't want to see channels get abused and underused, there you go, Odernick. And it's funny that you had even brought it up, because when I first did this last episode, and I was 32 channels each side, and I'm only using what, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Yeah, I thought about it, but it was a quick and dirty, get it fixed, get it running. But there you go. So now we're running all this down here on one side, and 20 channels. So might do a little something with that, change it up a little bit. Not sure, we'll see. But anyways, I believe that'll do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you'll come back to see us. And until next time, just remember, I am Jim Slate, and I hope you take care, and God bless.